Their loss of hope, you could see it in their eyes. They just had given up. And some of them didn't make it. Some of them didn't survive. And that's just so heartbreaking.
What was called a farm full of horror. It's a story you'll only see here on WHAS 11 News at 6. We do want to warn you early on, the images we're about to show you are disturbing. And hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Doug Proffitt. WHAS 11 News in depth tonight. Dozens of animals trapped inside a Kentucky home, starved and neglected. The tenant claiming to be running a rescue service instead. Authorities found a hub for abuse. Despite this, no charges have been filed. Our senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez reports from Liberty, Kentucky, 2 hours southeast of Louisville, and Georgetown, Kentucky, just outside Lexington, showing us the fight for accountability.
At this farm,
Come here, Glimmer.
in Georgetown, Kentucky,
Let's see if she'll come. She's like, I don't know, you groomed me earlier.
you'll find resilience
She's still shedding her winter coat.
and a glimmer of hope.
Glimmer. Come here, girl. She's still a baby herself. She's only a year and a half. She loves people. And to think, you know, what she came from, where she couldn't even be touched. You couldn't get near her.
Cami Papazak with Bluegrass Burrow Rescue describes the gut-wrenching scene in Casey County this past winter.
There were 35 horses that were basically part of a scam. Deformed leg.
And more than 40 dogs living in deplorable conditions. 3 of them dead, including 2 frozen solid.
They're desperate. They're absolutely desperate, and it's not okay.
It was January 14th, 2024. The rescue mission, called Operation Frozen Sorrows. The Animal Rescue Corps responded to this home in Liberty, Kentucky at the sheriff's office request during the coldest week of the season, temperatures dipping to the single digits.
Every time they barked, I could see their breath.
Shelter Director Michael Cunningham describing their discovery as nothing short of absolute despair.
There were some very emaciated dogs in the house. Some of them, I don't know how long that they had gone without food or water.
Rescue crews with flashlights illuminating the dark rooms, revealing crates littering the floors. Captured on video, the fear in these dogs' eyes. Neglected.
Dark, dingy basement with inches of feces in their crates. Just really very sad, very, very sad place, you know.
Of course, when January 9th happened, I came to find this whole place destroyed still.
Homeowner Dan Polo, who tells us he's having to spend several thousands of dollars on repairs, walked us through the property in late March.
I'm 12 hours away trusting her with my property and my dogs, and I had no reason not to believe. I met her as a rescuer. You know, in the end, I trusted the wrong person.
Outside, carriers are still piled up.
Animals were desperate.
It wasn't just the animals forced to live in these filthy conditions. According to authorities, the tenant's 4 children were in the home as well.
She had a rescue, was pulling animals from shelters, trying to put them up for adoption and stuff like that, fundraising on the fact that she was pulling them out of the shelters and trying to find homes for them.
Officials say they discovered the chaos when she was unexpectedly hospitalized. Hi, is this the sheriff?
It is.
We asked the Casey County Sheriff Chad Weddle why the woman was not charged with animal abuse or prosecuted at all.
The last I heard from her, she was out of state, and I don't even know if she lived or not.
Would you agree that there were probably evidence to support criminal charges? I mean, I believe the Animal Rescue Corps had evidence to support criminal charges, no?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that because I honestly was never out there. I've seen pictures, but I don't know when the pictures were taken or anything like that.
According to Kentucky state law, torture of a dog resulting in serious physical injury or death is a Class D felony, subject to 1 to 5 years in prison.
I think she had good intentions when she started out to care for these animals, and I think she got overwhelmed, and one thing led to another.
The person responsible for this seemingly getting off scot-free.
She just took advantage of people, and the animal suffered as a result. Anyone that does any sort of cruelty like this should be held accountable. She should be facing criminal charges, and have to pay the consequences for her actions. This is a pattern for her, and she's going to continue to do so, and I just hope eventually she does get caught.
And the reason we're not naming the tenant is because technically she's not a suspect of a crime. Meanwhile, weeks ago, I filed an open records request with Kentucky's Cabinet for Health and Family Services trying to find out what action, if any, the state's Child Protection Branch took for those 4 kids living in the Liberty home. The cabinet denied my request. Their reason? The documents, quote, constitute confidential information obtained by the cabinet as a result of an investigation of reported child abuse, neglect, or dependency that shall not be disclosed. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
On a positive note to this story, the Animal Rescue Corps tells us that all 44 dogs they rescued are now either in foster care or have been adopted.